This is being recorded, y'all. Just again, for those who are coming in, one, thank you for those who just came in at 2 p.m. And those who are coming in right now, I just said to have your name, your organization, what role you are in the organization, and what city, county you represent in the chat box. Make sure you do hit the everyone button so that everyone has access to read, a little bit about you. We got a few people from just different counties across the state, including Washington, D.C. All right, we'll give it one more minute, and we'll go ahead and get started. Those who are showing your faces, thank you, the brave ones. It does feel like it's as though we're in like a shared physical space, and those who are not showing their faces, it's okay. No harm, no, it's all right. Hi, Jennifer. All right, we can go ahead and get started. Great, I'm seeing more people showing their faces. Thank you. So that was some Prince in the background. I just want to pretend it's like 1999 all over again. Not 2020, but let's see how 2021 fares out for us. Again, thank you all for joining us today, 2 p.m. on this January 5th. It's only 5 days into this new year, but it does feel like it's already been 5 months. I don't know if everyone feels that way. Hit a 1 on the chat box if everyone feels the same way that I'm feeling. So today's session is how to access free Maryland mentor resources. I will be running the session today. My name is Sara Haile, and we can go ahead and just get started. Next. So welcome. For those who are just coming in, I just said, please share your information, your name, what county you represent, your city, state, what role you are in that organization you represent as well, and hit the everyone button so everyone can just kind of, learn about one another. And before we go ahead and get started, quickly, before we get to the webinar logistics as well, I'm curious, like, what is the one big thing that you want to accomplish individually, right? But as well as for your organization for this new year. So you can either mute yourself and share that out loud or type that into the chat box. No brave ones out there?
I have something.
Thank you.
Yes, time management. Because since everything is virtual and you're on the phone more, people tend to call you a lot and you run over a lot. And then you end up having so much to do. And it's like, then you get bombarded like Thursday and Fridays. It's like you're bombarded. And you dreading Mondays because that's left over from the prior week. So trying to get time management because you're not productive. If you're like on the phone, talking to someone, you're online, you're doing a Zoom meeting all at the same time, you have all this stuff going on, but nothing's truly being accomplished. So my thing is time management so I could do things in a professional manner.
Thank you, Avril, for sharing that. And you're
absolutely
right. You're absolutely right. Time management just feels much different with this new world that we're living in with the Zoom, etc. So I hope you do accomplish that this year. And we got people who are agreeing with you as well that are feeling time management is a big thing. Cool. The comment box I see, I'm looking to establish authentic relationships via virtual platforms. Absolutely, yes. Another one is to increase both volunteer and student participation after school mentoring program. So again, like this is an opportunity for you all to also collaborate, like looking at these comments and trying to figure out how you can help, one another with the time management or building relationships, etc. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start the session with webinar logistics. again, we're all familiar with these Zoom meetings, but just to reiterate, all attendees will remain muted unless called upon myself or partner here, here's Carlos Avant. The next thing is using the chat box for comments, and this is for aha moments, additional resources, and responding to requests from myself. And making sure that you do hit that everyone button. I say panelists and attendees because that's what we see on webinars, but for here, you're gonna hit the everyone button so everyone can see those aha moments. And if you do have a question, go ahead and type that in, and at the end, Carlos will read out those questions, and I'll be able to answer that at the end of the session. So, and we also have evaluation that we would love for y'all to fill out. However, we need those evaluations to be completed before the questions are answered. And then lastly, but not least, please give each other and us some space and grace. And then most importantly, we're just gonna have fun and learn. Next. So we're all this month, January, we're celebrating National Mentoring Month. Hit a 1 in the chat box if you guys are familiar with National Mentoring Month. I'm kind of curious if everyone has actually heard of National Mentoring Month. Okay. So this event here is one of our first events commemorating National Mentoring Month. And what is it? So during the month of January, we celebrate it as an annual mentoring campaign nationwide. It's dedicated to elevating the mentoring movement. And this month here at Maryland Mentor, we will be hosting one event, it's via Zoom, of course, once a week to not only commemorate National Mentoring Month, but also it will give us an opportunity to listen, connect, share, and support our mentoring community. So cool. I see a lot of people are familiar, a few people familiar with National Mentoring Month. And on here, and I'm going to say a little bit more, of course, but if you want to learn more about the different events we're holding, you can go to marylandmentor.net/NMM to learn all about the other events that we'll be holding. And these are just different hashtags that you can type into any social media platforms, and you'll see what we're hosting as well as other mentoring programs across the nation. Next. So here's a quick agenda of what we'll be covering: reflections, introductions, a Maryland Mentor overview of free resources, which is basically the whole presentation. Keyword free. These are no cost to any of our mentoring programs. At the end, we'll have the evaluation, questions, and then upcoming National Mentoring Month 2021 events. Next. So Maryland Mentor, who are we? We are one of 28 affiliates of Mentor, the National Mentoring Partnership. These affiliates are across the nation in different states, and we have the same shared mission of increasing the quantity and quality of mentoring relationships, as well as closing that mentoring gap. So how do we do this? How does Maryland Mentor do this? We essentially work under 3 different buckets. That's quality, quantity, and elevating the field. Under quality, we're making sure that all our programs are of high quality, right? In order to do this, we offer trainings and technical assistance. Under the quantity bucket, that's growing the matching numbers. It's making sure a young person is with a caring adult. Under the elevating field, it's advocating, right? So we're part of Capitol Hill Day, which I'll speak about more for this year's Capitol Hill Day. And we also host an array of summits and conferences, which most of them have been moved to online versions, but we're still continuing to do that. We also want you to think, when you think of elevating the field, as Maryland Mentor as like the face of the mentoring scene in the state of Maryland, as well as Washington, D.C. So if there's any questions or if you need resources, we would hope that we would have those answers before you're able to reach out or find those anywhere else. And then next. So this is our team. Maryland Mentor has been around for 3 years. This month actually commemorates our 3-year anniversary. Yeah. So January is a special month all around. We work with over 200 mentoring programs across the state of Maryland, and some news this year, we're actually officially working with Washington, D.C. programs. So it's good news after good news. So this is our team. We have 6 folks on our team. Like, but you wouldn't expect that because of all the stuff that we're doing, right? We have 3 full-time AmeriCorps Vistas, just dedicated Vistas. We love them. We have Olivia, our marketing communications Vista, Dakota, our program outreach Vista, and Antoine Baguette, our Baltimore City Schools mentoring Vista. And then we have Carlos. Hey, Carlos. So Carlos will be the one helping me out with questions at the end, and he's the great next person clicking that next button for me. Thank you, Carlos. So Carlos is our program support manager. And then we have Sadiq Ali, our executive director. Next. Cool. So what does our support look like? The next slide, it's a quick rundown of, we're gonna hit next. So this is just a quick rundown of what I'll be speaking with you all today. Like I said, this is recorded, so everyone will have access to this presentation, and I'll be sharing out these slides via email at the end as well. In addition, I'll have these links quickly, easily for y'all to click on it and possibly even share a Google Drive folder if it'll be easier for everyone. And I've seen Antoine, Baltimore City is the best city, yes. So that was not a mistake I made. So yes, we'll be sharing that via email. And then at the end also, if there's anything else that you want me to share via email, please do share that out and it shouldn't be a problem. So we're gonna go hit next. So one of the first free resources that, we have access to, but we also want our mentoring programs to know they have access to, is the website called mentoring.org. So this is through National Mentoring Partnership. I don't know if I mentioned, but they're headquartered in Boston. And they are kind of just the umbrella for everything mentoring, right? And if you go to this website here, you'll find just different types of resources and trainings, including signing up for the National Mentoring Summit, which I'll explain more what that summit is about. But this is a quick, screenshot that I took of different things that you can just quickly click on. So guides, training modules, toolkits. Essentially, I want you all to see the mentoring.org as a hub of everything mentoring that you do need. If we don't have the answer, Maryland Mentor, you can best believe go into this website and find anything that you do need that can benefit your program. Next. And again, if there's any questions with any of these resources that I do share, please drop them into the comment box, or you can wait until the end and ask, unmute yourself and ask via live. So technical assistance. For those programs who are joining us today, please, hit 1 in the comment box that actually received TA, this past fiscal year or when we started back in 2018. And, if there's any positive things you want to say and how much you benefit out of TA, please, feel free to share that as well. So real quickly, what is technical assistance? It is free, no cost, but it is funded by the Office of Juvenile Justice Delinquency Prevention. You can apply via online. Like I said before, I'll be sharing out a link where you're able to do that. And it is no cost for your program. You can receive up to 30 hours of free technical assistance. And you can even reapply during that same fiscal year for an additional 30 hours. So whatever reason, you didn't accomplish X, Y, and Z during those first 30 hours, you can extend it by reapplying. And if you did accomplish those goals during your first 30 hours and you have something else that you realize you needed to work on, that's another opportunity for you to reapply. And so TA is set around your individual needs and improved implementation of specific mentoring practices. Quickly, we worked with over 70 programs this past fiscal year, and we have 13 consultants who I'll share about in a second. But in case you're still wondering if TA is something that will improve your mentoring program, I'm just going to give you guys some examples of what our mentoring programs requested TA for. And if any of these sound like, I do need this for my program, like apply ASAP. It's January, so we just opened this new application in October, actually. So it's been a few months since, we've been accepting programs. So apply as soon as you can. But some examples are the development of and revision of mentoring training materials, guidance and consultation on mentor recruitment plans and strategies, analysis of mentor screening processes, and analysis of match support processes and consultation on strategies for improvement. So these are just a few different examples. And if you feel as though you're not really sure if you do need TA for your program, you can actually request to have a quick phone call with our team and ask questions, right? And just to learn more if TA can be beneficial for your program. So we have 13 consultants that currently work with us, and we can match you with that consultant based off what your needs are, but you also have the opportunity to go on our website, learn about consultants, and then once you're applying for the application and you realize, you know, this consultant is probably will work best with my program, you can request that specific consultant via your application. So again, if there's any questions about TA, please, you know, ask that away in the chat box, or you can wait until the end. And this here, the screenshot is just a quick, I guess, guidance, if you want to call that, of how the process works, right? You know, you apply, we look over the application, we match you with the consultant, and then so on once you're actually in the TA process. Next. So Mentoring Connector. I know some of the programs that just introduce themselves via chat box. I know I've seen y'all in the Mentoring Connector. If you're not a Mentoring Connector, too bad for you all, but you have the opportunity to be on Mentoring Connector. Woo! So it is the only national database of mentoring programs. It is a free service, and it's helping, you know, quality youth mentoring programs across the country. So you can recruit local volunteers, and your program can become super visible, right? So how does this work? If I'm a mentor and I'm looking for a program that I want to be, you know, volunteer at, I go to this website, Mentoring Connector, right? And I just type in the zip code that I reside in or that I want to volunteer in. And a few different organizations will pop up, and I can also even increase even more, right? This is the age group that I want to work with. This is the different types of programs I want to work with, you know, the different fields that mentoring organizations can give. And so then I'm able to click on that program. So that's one way for you all to recruit mentors. This is also opportunity for families to put in their zip code if they want, you know, one of their childs to be in a mentoring program, but they're not sure if there's any mentoring programs in their neighborhood. All they need to do is put in their zip code. And if your program is in the Mentoring Connector and you're in that zip code, your program will pop up, and then the process will start, right? They call you and say, I have this child of mine that wants to be part of this mentoring program. You know, how can we proceed? So that's what Mentoring Connector is about. Again, if you haven't been if you're not part of it, sign up as soon as you can. If you do have additional questions, you can always reach out to our team. We can have, you know, a quick, you know, consultation call regarding Mentoring Connector. Next. So QPP, Quality Program Partners. Again, I know there's a couple actually programs on this call right now who are QPPs. And maybe at the end, you can even share how, you know, if this has benefited you being a QPP, and just other additional things that you want to share. So what is QPP? It is a select group of programs who have undergone our quality assessment, developed an action plan for improvement, and are consistently leaders in our field of mentoring throughout Maryland. How do you become a QPP? So as I said earlier, if you want technical assistance, you have up to 30 hours, right? If you want to go beyond that to become a QPP, you will need to fulfill 50 hours. So those additional 20 hours is where you'll complete a 92 self-assessment questionnaire. And this will not only help, you know, what the TA can assist you in, but it'll also help you as a program figuring out what it is that you need to improve. And that's where the consultant will walk you through to improve those, you know, those different types of stakes, right? And once you've complete that 92 self-assessment question and you've gone through the 50 hours or so, and you've gone through our application and some more rigorous, meetings and conversations, you'll eventually become a quality program partner. This will give you an advantage to being part of our trainings, right? You can host trainings with us, but also if we have any, events or, any other webinars, anything like that, we immediately call on you first because we know that you have been working with us and we know the quality type of work that you present. So that's a little bit about QPP. Next. All right. So grants office. So this is a website, connection to funding opportunities. So www.grants.maryland.gov. This has a lot of different grants that you can find for your program, especially when you're walking through with our TA, right? This is something that they can assist you of, like writing a grant and finding the right grants for your program. Also, for those who have signed up for our newsletter, you'll see at the end, the tail end of the newsletter, we have a section that's just everything's related to grants, easily accessible for you all that we've searched, that we think that our programs will benefit from. Okay. And then again, upcoming National Mentoring Month events. Like I said, January is National Mentoring Month, and this is just the first event that we're holding to commemorate National Mentoring Month. And I'll be sharing with you all the different events that Maryland Mentor is holding during this month. Okay, next. So again, this is the first one, how to access free Maryland Mentor Resources webinar. The next one we have coming up is on January 6th. It is the 500 Virtual Mentors. That's tomorrow, actually. That is tomorrow, y'all. 500 Virtual Mentors Challenge Info Session for prospective mentors. And we have 3 programs I'll be presenting tomorrow, and they'll just say a little bit more about, about their program and, type of prospective mentors that they're trying to recruit. And this is just an opportunity for volunteers, for prospective mentors to be part of this conversation and learn about these programs and other 50 or so programs that are part of our challenge, and can easily, apply through our website and request which program that they want to be a prospective mentor in. And I'll share more about that challenge is in a couple of slides, but our third event that we'll be holding is prepping our youth for the workplace readiness through mentoring. Carlos, I don't know if you want to share, or Antoine, share a little bit more about that, but this will be held on January 13th.
Yeah, so with this particular event, what we want to focus on are those challenges that youth have when they're just simply looking for a job, right? Not only looking for a job, but keeping their job, right? And it's an opportunity to take mentoring and put it in place where that professional development is needed. Really, it's going to be really exciting. We got some really good panelists that will be on this particular webinar. So if you can make it, be there.
Cool. And then while you're still on, the MLK, the Ultimate Mentor, how the legacy of MLK continues to influence mentoring. So this will be held on Monday, January 18th.
Yes. Now this one, another good one. So preceding this webinar or this roundtable will be an essay contest, which is actually live right now. In this particular contest, just a quick essay. It can be video or written by youth in grades 5th through 12th. 3 to 5 minutes video, 400 word essay. We have all the details aside for that, but in this particular webinar, we're gonna have that discussion about how the life and the works of Martin Luther King Jr. Has really impacted what a mentor is. So if you can make it to that, be there. Thank
you. And just to reiterate again, the application to submit your essay and video is live right now. If programs right now, please let your students, your youth know to submit. 5th through 12th graders, there is a cash prize, so let them know about that as well. And we'll be choosing one winner for each video and essay, and they have the opportunity to share, right? If they're the winner, they have the opportunity to share during this roundtable. So
yes, they will.
Let our youth know. Next thing, January 22nd is Ordinary People, Extraordinary Mentors. Don't you just love that title? Ordinary People, Extraordinary Mentors, 10 Tips for Everyday Mentoring webinar. So this, as a team, Maryland Mentor as a team, we came up with 10 different tips for our mentors and just really for even our mentoring programs. And this is where we'll share those 10 tips. And we're excited to share even different graphics that you can just have around the office, but no one's really at the office, just sharing around like, via email and on your websites. Next thing is on January 25th, how to avoid common mentoring program pitfalls through TA. And I've been talking about TA a lot during this presentation, but we have one of our consultants, Dr. Bridges, who will be sharing what he found were some pitfalls and how he was able to resolve those issues. So make sure you're a part of that. The next two things is part of the National Mentoring Summit. So for those who have been involved in the National Summit in the past, it was fun, it was great, it was in person in Washington, D.C. Everything has been moved to online, of course. So if you have not, please register ASAP. Again, you can register for all of these different events via marylandmentor.net/NMM. So that's the summit, and then Capitol Hill Day is on January 27th. In the past, we were able to go and advocate on behalf of mentoring in person, but now everything has been moved virtually. And if you're interested in this and you sign up, you'll be getting more information via Carlos and Sadiq in the coming weeks. So next. Right, so this is National Mentoring Summit, January 27th through the 29th. Register ASAP. I believe, don't quote me, but I believe there is still a reduced fee going on, but you can go through our website and then register, and you're able to see, what the price is at that moment. Next. Again, I was saying virtual Capitol Hill Day. Join us. Unfortunately, we can't do this all in person. It was really great what we did last year and the prior years as well, but be part of this. Reach out to us if you again, I was going to say, so you don't need to sign up for the summit to be part of Capitol Hill Day. Capitol Hill Day, it may hinder some people from wanting to join because of the fee, but Capitol Hill Day, the summit, there is a fee, so that might hinder people from wanting to join, but Capitol Hill Day is free. So if you want to be part of this, you could just sign up for Capitol Hill Day without signing up for the summit. Next. And again, I was about the 500 Virtual Mentor Challenge. So we started this back in, I want to say October is when we started this campaign, and we're ongoing. We thought we were going to cancel it back, not cancel, but end the campaign in December, but realized there was a lot of prospective mentors they're just signing up. So we decided to extend it. And we realized two programs were finding this very beneficial and being able to recruit prospective mentors via this campaign. So we started this because this pandemic has really kind of hindered our youth in finding that connection via in person. And so we said, what better way to do this virtually? And so that's what we've been doing. And I would love to hear from our programs at the end of the session, or even now you can unmute yourself to say, if it's benefited your program or not through this campaign. Again, unfortunately, it is closed for programs. Programs cannot sign up to accept prospective mentors. But if you or anyone that you know does want to become a prospective mentor, please let them know about this campaign. They can go to our website and look at the different programs that need prospective mentors, and they can choose that way. Or when they're applying, they can say open to any program, and we can match them with the appropriate program. Next. So before we get into the evaluation, some calls to action. One, you're gonna register your program at Mentoring Connector, right? Everyone's gonna do that, right? I can't see everyone's faces, but I can see you guys nodding in agreement, yep. Next thing is you're gonna register for National Mentoring Summit. Again, there is a fee for that. It may be a reduced fee right now for early bird. So make sure you go ahead and look at that. And then next thing is apply to NMRC for free TA. If you are still kind of wondering if this is the right, if TA is what your program needs, you're not really sure about that, contact us, Maryland Mentor team, and we can do a quick rundown, learn more about your program, and see if TA is the right fit or if it's not the right fit. But again, the application is super easy. There is even YouTube videos for both Mentoring Connector and TA to learn how to apply for these different resources. Next thing is stay connected on our social media and newsletters. I'll show you the next slide of different platforms that we're on. Everything is at Maryland Mentor. In our newsletter, I'm assuming everyone has signed up to our newsletter because we're here today. If you have not, I'll be sure to share that link with you all via email. But again, this newsletter is not only our events that we're holding or trainings, but it's from different programs. If you have anything that you would want to be shared on a newsletter, please let us know. We can put that into newsletter. Again, I mentioned we have our different grants that's on the newsletter. Just ways, different resources. We want all our mentoring programs to really stay connected. Again, I didn't mention trainings as well. So if there are any trainings that you would want Maryland Mentor to host, please let us know of different topics. I know that during the registration, we do ask you that, but continue emailing us so we can host these different types of trainings. If you want to come to your program and do this training, or whatever topic that you feel will benefit your program, let us know and we can have that conversation. Next thing is, visit our website, marylandmentor.net, for just keeping abreast of different things that Maryland Mentor has and holds for you all. And importantly, it's not as important, but it's super important, share the National Mentoring Month activities, events that we're holding, that National Mentoring Partnership is holding with everyone in your contacts. Next. Okay, this is fairly short. So like I said, I promise I will answer questions. I didn't really see any questions in the comment box, but I'm guessing you guys are waiting to just unmute yourself and ask live. I'm guessing that's what it is. But in the meantime, please complete this evaluation. Before I go with sharing some more information, just go ahead and you can use your phone. I love these little QRs. You just go ahead and put your phone there and it'll link. And if you don't want to do that, I will share a link into the chat box so that way you can, answer these questions via computer. And I went ahead and just dropped that on there. Okay. So I'll give it a couple minutes so everyone can complete that evaluation, and then we'll proceed with more information. It does feel like a trap, right? Like I'm gonna hold this information before the evaluation is done, but these evaluations are super important. Like I'll able to learn what more topics that you guys are interested in and different trainings, and just overall thoughts, right? Not only about this presentation, but just overall thoughts of like the mentoring field, or just comments of like TA, etc. So give it 2 minutes. I'll play some more prints. Thanks, Jennifer, for your first question. I'll be sure to answer that. Just giving more people time to complete this evaluation. You're the kind of person who believes in making out once, love them and leave them fast. Guess I must be done. Shed a pocket full of horses, Trojan and some abuse. But it was Saturday night. I guess that makes it all right. You see, what have I got to lose? Honey, I say, baby, come back. Baby, you're much too fast.
Jockeys that were there before me. Believe it or not, I started to worry. Wondered if I had enough class. But it was Saturday night. I guess that makes it alright. You say, baby, I got enough gas. Oh yeah, little red Corvette. Baby, your mind's too fast. Yes, you are. Little red Corvette. You need to find a love that's gonna last. Oh, but like you, some being chased. Was on the verge of being obscene. No way.
So I realized it is youth sexual health. That was our actually last training that we had. It's just the title. You can go ahead and still complete that one. Thank you for that, y'all. I'm gonna test it out myself too, actually. You can obviously hit no for number 3. Have you had sexual health training before today? And everything else is our questions. Okay, you can go ahead and proceed. And I'll share again the appropriate survey link when I send this email out. You can hit next. Again, get social with us. We're on all different platforms under the name of Maryland Mentor. So that's Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. And again, like I said, if you're not signed up for our newsletter, I'll be sure to share that with y'all when I send this, this presentation as well as our slides. Next. All right, so time for questions. So I did see the first one was from Jennifer Howell. The question was, did you ever get clients and or volunteers from Somerset County? So I believe you're probably asking in regarding to our 500 campaign, 500 virtual mentor campaign. So I should have said this earlier, but we had selected 4 different regions. So Baltimore City, /County, Washington, DC, PG County, Montgomery County to be part of this. So no, we did not get anything for Somerset County. However, if you are still looking for prospective mentors, please register yourself, your program into Mentoring Connector. So that way you're visible and people that are in Somerset County can easily find different programs in that county.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Jennifer. Additional questions? Programs who have received TA or are in Mentoring Connector, want to share a little bit more about that? What programs should, be not even be aware of, but kind of just, walk through the process of the application, whether it was simple, whether you would recommend a program to be part of TA, or even, being part of Mentoring Connector. Please unmute yourself or, put that in the comment box as well if you would like. Really, there's no questions. So I want to be cocky and just say that I think I shared everything that needed to be shared clearly. And there's probably a reason why there's no questions.
I have a question.
Thanks, Sherry. Go ahead.
All right. So when you talk about like the funding and grants, do you all offer like grant writing classes as well, or?
So we don't offer grant writing classes. But again, this is an opportunity for you to apply for TA, and this is where our TA consultant can walk you through in, writing the best grant application, and what you need to, be aware of when you're writing a grant. This is actually a topic that we can even probably have a training on. I'm sure there's others just like you who want to learn more about writing or completing a grant application. So thanks for that, Sherry.
You're welcome. Another question. Have you ever worked with any provided TA services for beauty salon or stylist?
So no, so the TA consultants actually just catered for mentoring programs for youth-related mentoring
Right.
programs. So
But
if
it would be a program, but sponsored by a salon.
Oh, okay, I understand. Okay, so go ahead and contact. So my email address is there. You can contact me, and someone from our team will have a quick consultation call with you, so we can learn more about this. Like, it sounds pretty dope, actually. I've never heard of that, but it sounds really great. And we can see if that can be possible.
Okay, so what's your name again? I'm sorry.
My name is Sara, and my email address is on that, but I can type it in right now too.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we do have a question from the chat box from Nikki Nixon, and it says, I'm at the beginning stages of starting my mentoring program for high school seniors and young adults wanting to enter into nursing programs. How do I get this information out?
So are you specifically looking for mentors in the nursing program? We are aware of programs are in the STEM related field. I don't know if you want to unmute yourself or contact us to get more information on that, but
Hi, how are you? Salam.
that's not.
I'm starting my own mentoring business. So I already have 2 students. One is actually in their nursing program and I mentor her. And then there's another young adult who's looking to get into the nursing program. So I'm actually mentoring her to get into the nursing program. So I want to mentor seniors and young adults to get into the program. And I want to know, how do I get my, I guess my experience or my skills out into your organization, or I want to become a mentor in your organization. Does that make sense?
Makes sense. So Maryland Mentor, we actually don't have mentors, and we don't work with mentors and mentees directly. So we work with the programs, right? Like our programs are basically like our mentees, if you want to say that. And so we can direct you with a program that's related to the field that you're looking for, and become a mentor in that program, like a STEM related program.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sara,
Thank you.
Sara,
Yes, Sarah?
I want to ask the person who just asked that question. She referred to her program as a business. I want to know if she is a nonprofit not seeking funds, or is she actually using her program as a means to become a business?
Right. I think that was probably for Sherry with the beauty salon question.
Well, it's not to be used as a business. It's gonna be, all right, so it's more like etiquette programming, but a holistic approach.
Okay. My
it-
question was to the lady who was working with students going into the
To the
nursing.
nursing program. I thought.
Oh, okay. So that's me, Nikki. So I'm trying to start a business. I don't charge. I have 2 students already. I do not charge them, and I mentor them. So I'm looking for more students to mentor. I'm a nonprofit.
Okay, that was my question.
Right. Yeah. So.
Okay, and Nikki, actually, if you're looking for more programs to mentor, you can also apply for TA to basically get the foundation of your mentoring program, like afloat, and as well as trying to figure out getting opportunities to recruit more mentees.
Okay.
So those are just different types of ways that you can get more mentees, and then you can become mentors to these mentees as well through your own program.
Oh, okay.
This Avro, I have something to say. Miss Nikki, I just sent you something because I'm from St. Francis Neighborhood Center, and we
Okay.
do have an intern program, and we do have several young ladies that want to be nurses.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yes, I saw you. I was just typing up. So yeah, I just sent you my email and everything. So yeah,
Okay. And I'll take it down.
thank you.
Thank you, Miss Watson.
No problem. I'm loving this.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
this connection. That was perfect. And that's what I meant about like dropping stuff in the chat or speaking out loud so we can have these types of opportunities. That was perfect.
I'm not showing my face because I look horrible.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You know what? I will show it for Miss Watson so she can see me. So,
I had a,
and can you see me?
Hi, Nikki.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna show you me. I have on my Christmas robe, so I'll show that mode. Let's see here. See, I have a Christmas robe. Me and my husband got Christmas robe. I just love it. So
It is fine. Thank you. I'm definitely going to take your information down.
thank
Miss
you.
Watson, Nikki. Thank you
Thank
all.
you.
And we'll it's 2:50 right now. We have about 10 more minutes.
Yeah, we do have another question too.
Okay.
From Kenneth Hobson. For school-based programs, do you recommend group mentoring or individual?
So we actually have our expert on here, Antoine Baguette. He's working with our Baltimore schools right now and has done some design programs.
I think it ultimately, hi, I'm Antoine, first of all. Didn't properly introduce myself, but yeah, so I think from my understanding is that it really depends on what the point of the mentoring is. And ideally, research shows your mentoring will have an end goal. For example, with Baltimore City Schools right now, we're working on a career mentoring program. And what research shows is that if you're doing career mentoring, you want to have a mix between group mentoring and individual mentoring. And what the group mentoring is going to do is going to help students cultivate a sense of belonging in professional and academic fields, and make them feel like they are part of a group and part of an entire world of whatever the topic is. Individual mentoring is going to be useful for actually teaching practical skills, like how to develop a resume, for example. It's going to be it can be used for sort of like deep concentration, study time, but also for if there's stuff that they're not comfortable sharing within a group setting that they want to share with their mentor. That's always important to have it's important to have an individual setting where that kind of stuff can be expressed. But really it ultimately depends on what the goal of the program is.
Thank you, Antoine. And then Callie Merritt, of course, you can share your short comment.
hi, everybody. I'm Kali. I am the community support supervisor with Keys and Powers. And so we worked with, I put in the comment, Miss Jeanette Simon. I worked with her and she was our TA. And we got a tremendous, it was her and I working it, like I said, you're my big sister now, but she gave me a wealth of knowledge and information. She helped me to narrow down the vision and mission, because we're a nonprofit mental health organization all around. We do all types of services, but we are establishing a sector specific to mentoring, because we can't say that we're mentors, because we're not mentors. We do PRP and SUD and services like that. So, but we are going to eventually start that. And just the information that she gave me and the time that she spent with me was invaluable. It was priceless. And I've been in a workshop with Sada before. So I mean, it's really worth, investing your time in that. And also I volunteered in mentoring. So Antoine was saying that I was agreeing with him in terms of having depending on the dynamic of the children or the individuals that are inside of the mentoring group or individuals, period. Sometimes they don't like talking by themselves, and sometimes they do like talking by themselves. So building that camaraderie, it just depends, or you have to really feel the vibe of the children that you're with. But I definitely appreciate Maryland Mentors. I've been through several trainings, and yeah.
Thank
Pretty
you. Thank you. And thank you for sharing a little bit about TA and your relationship with our consultant. And it sounds like it was beneficial for your program. So thank you for sharing that with our audience today. Cool. We can have one more question before we hop off. Again, thank you so much for everyone who've been part of this. Let's see, there's a question here. Okay, so it's not a question, it's actually a quick, share out. So if anyone wants to be part of this, Everell to share something, so make sure you email her if you want to be part of that.
It's really awesome. And I'm on it like every month, and I am so excited. And I'm a long way from 18. So they be like, you get so excited. It's like, yes, because we hear something that's empowering and enlightening, it affects everyone, So I just tell everybody to come. I'm young ladies between the ages of 10 to 18 years old. And it was the Touch Point at Mondawmin is where it was, but now we're doing it virtually. So you send me an email. When we have it in February, I'll send out the information to you guys. Thank you.
Wait, where's the email? Wait, okay.
It's in the
Can I
chat
put
box.
Oh wait, can I put my email in there? Because I have some girls that want to be nurses, but I'm gonna put mine in there.
Cool. Thank you all for sharing, just different resources on your ends as well, and just, being part of this 1 hour conversation. If there's any additional questions that just may have came up after we hit the end button, please feel free to email myself, peruse through our website as well, just to figure out more about Maryland Mentor and different opportunities that we hold. Again, happy National Mentoring Month. Thank you for being part of this today. Bye, y'all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And if you do want a certificate, just to say that you completed this session, we'll be sure to email you that certificate as well.
Oh, thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.